All right, now this is an interesting one. I'm seeing a lot of like boxing media report on this talk sport as well, but I seen a couple of tweets. I think it was Monday or maybe mid afternoon Tuesday, where there was people talking about the return of Deontay Wilder. And listen, I've said this once, I'll say it again. I think that Deontay Wilder is right now, anyway. He's at the point of no return, really. Like Wilder's skill set has never been great. We all know that. His footwork, everything about him. He's a very, very basic run of the mill fighter with not just world class power, unbelievable power. Certainly in the right hand. All right. And that's really it with Deontay Wilder. If you take the right hand out of the way, then, you're kind of like, well, what you're really dealing with there. And now, in his last two fights against Parker and Zhang, respectively, he wasn't even able to let the right hand go. It seems like that fighting desire, and that's something that really got Deontay Wilder through a lot of his fights. It got him through the first Luis Ortiz fight. I mean, you could say the second one to an example, he was really just banking on the one shot. He had to come through some hardship in that first fight. He really did, in round, I think it was round 7. So Wilder, we don't have that Wilder anymore, who's willing to bite down on his gum shield and to, grind out the win, so to speak. I don't think we have that anymore. And once that goes, and that's really the only thing you have going for you, what do you do after that then? There's not really anything for you. And you got to consider the fact that this year, come October, Deontay Wilder will be 40 years old. He's been around boxing. Well, he started 20 years ago, I think. I think it was '05. He started amateur boxing, turned pro in '08. So he's been around a long time. Now, the first, 32 opponents. I mean, I know Stavern will go down as one of the weaker champions, but really, the first 32 opponents, I mean, yeah, you're not gonna, he didn't have any tough fights. He would have had harder sparring sessions. I'm sure he did, like against Klitschko, than he did in those fights. So you could say prior to the Fury fight, he was somewhat well preserved, even though we had a lot of fights. But those Fury fights, absolutely, and that Zhang knockout loss was devastating. Boxing 24/7 are saying Deontay Wilder set for April return, opponent to be announced on Saturday. It says, it seems we have not seen the last of WBC, or former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, even if we may as well have seen the last of his once valued, indeed lethal power punch. And Wilder has not scored a KO win since back in October of 2022. This his quick icing of sparring partner Robert Helenius is, as we know, coming off back-to-back losses. Last time Wilder was stopped in pretty sad fashion, it was really by Zhilei Zhang, who was able to eat what was left of the formerly feared bronze bomber. Wilder dropped a wide decision loss against Parker 6 months prior. Now, according to a tweet from, how do you say, oh golly, I'm going to struggle with this name, Manaki Ekpayan, I'm hoping I said that right, will return to action in April of this year on BLK Prime. I'm told that at Bronze Boxer will return for the comeback fight in April on BLK Prime. Wilder's manager Shelley Finkel will meet with the media in Los Angeles on Saturday to announce an opponent. Good luck getting to Los Angeles with all the fires that are going on there. But so has Wilder got anything left to offer? Now at 39 years old and winless in 4 of his last 5 fights, it looks in both the Parker and the Zhang fight, Wilder was out of bullets shot. It will of course be interesting to see who Wilder is matched with in his April return. The names swirling around as possibilities include Francis Ngannou. This is a fight that will pull in a big crowd of curiosity, if nothing else. Guido Violeno and Jermaine Franklin. Now, before I carry on, I'll talk about BLK in a minute. I've heard a variety of names be chucked out. Franklin was one of them. Ngannou, that would be a Riyadh show, surely. Surely Turkey would want to get involved in that. Haven't heard Guido Violeno. This is the first time I've heard his name, but 2 of the names I heard were Curtis Harper. Yeah, Curtis Harper. I was going to say Curtis Stevens. That's the middleweight. Curtis Harper, who is a journeyman. I mean, one of his most famous fights, infamous fights, was when he walked out of the ring after the opening bell against F.A. Jagba 6-7 years ago. You couldn't do that on pay-per-view, surely. Although, it would be an opponent that, if nothing, is a confidence builder. I mean, 39 years old, having confidence builders, seriously. But if nothing else, it would do that. I've also heard God, I think it's Sebastian Shaw or something his name is. He was the guy, he actually lost to Guido Villa. No, did he lose to Guido Villa? I think he might have. But he definitely got a decision loss to F.A. Jagba. And a lot of people feel that Jagba actually did enough to win that fight. I don't know if it was that one, but you know who I'm talking about. He fought Jagba, I think, last year. So that's one of the other names that's being floated around. Jermaine Franklin, man, you're not knocking him out. That could be awkward. I wouldn't put him in with Jermaine Franklin, to be honest with you. I wouldn't. BLK previously staged Terence Crawford fight with David Avanesian, while it's rumoured BLK Price may get hold of Devin Haney's comeback fight that is set for March. Interesting. Wilder would most likely give everything he has left. Wilder most likely gave everything he had left, I should say, in his 3 wars with Tyson Fury. Might be able to pick up a comeback win or two, but it seems he will never be an elite heavyweight again. The man, that said, a man who can punch as hard as Wilder once could and might be able to do so again can never be completely written out. No, true. But I don't think you're going to find that overnight. And quite frankly, the team is the same. Shelley Finkel, probably Al Heyman still advising him. And then you bring in Mr. Malik Scott. Mr. Malik Scott. Now, Malik Scott is not I wouldn't call him necessarily a world level, world class trainer, but he's not terrible. You know, when you hear, he's not terrible. But listen, he's not going to improve Deontay. If anything, Wilder's regressed under him. All right, because do you know why he's regressed? Malik Scott is telling Wilder what he wants to hear. And Malik Scott knows damn well that Wilder is his money ticket. Malik Scott is a pro. He fought Chisora, he fought Ortiz, amongst others. He fought Wilder. He probably never made $1 million in probably his combined career, much less his purses. Now, with Wilder, he's probably made more. He probably made more money in that trilogy fight with Tyson Fury, just alone from the purse he would have got from being the cornerman. Never mind the other fights that came after. He probably got more money for that one fight than he did his entire career. And he does not want that to stop. So he'll keep telling what he will have Wilder fight until, and then he'll probably still tell him, oh, it's fine. That's the way. You know, you only talk like that when you know you're ready to come back. Seriously, that's the kind of guy Malik Scott is. He's not a bad trainer, but he doesn't give a damn about Wilder. All he sees is green. That's it. That's all Team Wilder see. And Wilder, I genuinely think he should just call it a day. Maybe a Dylan White fight, something like that, might be interesting. I'll probably still pick him over Dylan White. But, like, seriously, like, he's someone like Jermaine Franklin, that could be a banana skin. Jermaine Franklin is not great, but he's not terrible at the same time. He seems to take a good shot. Seems to have, you know, a negativeness about his defense. He's cute. He's cute in there. And Wilder, again, you take the right hand away, he's not known for being a particularly good boxer. So, yeah. Then you take someone like a Curtis Harper. I mean, BLK, yeah, they did do the Terence Crawford fight against Avanesian. Crawford got an insane payday for that fight. So from a financial point of view, I can see why they want to do this for Deontay Wilder. But, yo, let's wait and see on Saturday who the opponent is. But I wouldn't hold my breath on Deontay Wilder doing anything, certainly at this point in his career. I think that there's well and truly nothing left. Anthony Joshua, that's the only fight really I would do, because both guys are probably at the back end of, well, they definitely are at the back end of their career. Just a case of who has more left. I suspect Joshua, but let's wait and see. And that's a big fight. Turkey will put it on. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video, people. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, as always, if you haven't already. Peace.